So by default, I'm going to have to redo the end of my favorite anime since I haven't even read the end of my favorite manga. And yes, the two series are different. My favorite manga is Samurai Deeper Kyo, but I haven't gotten to the end of that yet. I've seen the end of the anime, but the end of the anime I'm assuming is completely different since the anime ended when they were around volume 5 or 6 of... No, they probably were around volume 7 or 8, considering certain characters that don't exist in the anime, but do exist in the manga. I'm not going to change that ending because I don't know how it's going to end. And I really can't even guess how it's going to end, really. I mean, some things are obvious, but other things not so obvious. My favorite anime is Death Note, and while I would love to change the end of the manga of Death Note, since we're talking about anime, I'm going to change the ending of the anime. Let's just say if I could change the end of the manga, I would make it the ending of the anime, because the end of the anime is much better than the end of the manga. And I know a lot of people disagree about that, but I don't care. And I know a lot of you are saying that, well, it's not that different. Well, yes, it is. To a Ryuk fan, it is different. Ryuk fan. So if you guys have not seen Death Note, or don't want to be spoiled about the end of Death Note, then turn this video off, because you're just going to end up muting the rest of the video. As the rest of you should know, Light dies in the end of Death Note. This is almost obvious, considering he's technically the bad guy. When technically he's not, I don't know. Ugh. Team Kira! Beyond that, I think it would have been more fun, even though the reason why I don't like the end of the manga is specifically because Ryuk is turned into this really nasty thing, this really nasty guy. I really think making him this epic bad guy would have been even better. Like, instead of making him just this jerk, like, you know, in the end of the manga, Light is pleading with him, you know, please save me, you're all I've got left, and then Ryuk's like, okay, I'll write a name, and writes Light's name in the Death Note and says, well, if all you got to depend on is me, then you're screwed. Instead of doing that, it would have been really kind of cool. I kind of got the idea during the Yotsuba little saga thing when Light loses his memories of the Death Note and he becomes the original Light and wants to stop Kira and all that stuff. And then he touches the notebook again and immediately goes back to being Kira Light. And I think it would have been really cool if, like, L could have figured that out, that he's being possessed by the Death Note, and it turns into saving Light versus destroying Kira. And of course then Ryuk, who wants the rest of Light's lifespan, because that's the whole thing, is that when Ryuk kills Light, he gets the rest of Light's lifespan. So instead of making it about destroying Kira, it would have been so much cooler had it become about saving Light, because Light's this really great kid and he's really smart and they don't want him to continue doing this, and then having it be, and not destroy Ryuk in that, because that would have been sad and stupid, because you can't really kill a Shinigami anyway, except for, I'm not getting into that. See how easy I get sidetracked? This is pathetic. Not make it like a very generic shonen, but just make it, you know, about Ryuk trying to persuade Light into continuing his evil ways as best he can, so that eventually he can kill Light. But then have the other side going and have it be kind of this yo-yo thing between Light's real sense of right and wrong, which of course is to be more on L's side, which is made obvious during the Yotsuba thing, and then, you know, Kira's version of right and wrong, which is what Ryuk is telling him, and kind of have this inner turmoil in Light. I think that would have been so cool. But no, they decided to kill L off and then bring in Nier and Mello. And even though I do like Mello a little bit more now, I still want to shoot Nier in the head, because I don't like Nier. I've never liked Nier. I hate Nier. Sorry, Sega Kid, but I don't like Nier. Hate is actually a really good terminology for how I feel. Anyway. Yeah, so I think that would have been kind of cool. If you guys have any ideas, or like my idea or dislike my idea, let me know in the comments below. And I will see Noah tomorrow. And hopefully we'll actually have a full week this week. We'll see. We do have substitutes, guys. Anyway.